so feel-good, this. Also stars Adil Rain, Asim Chowdhury. Simone, you play Pia. Tell us a little bit about what she's up against.
So Pia is a super fiery, hot-headed, ambitious girl in London, and she is trying to make her photography studio work, and it's kind of failing. She then gets her fortune read at her sister's wedding, and they say the next 5 dates she goes on, she'll meet the love of her life. And then after that, chaos ensues.
Of course, yeah. And Sindhu, you've also played Simone's mum in Sex Education, obviously. And Sitara has been in touch and she has said, how did it feel reuniting and playing mother and daughter again after Sex Education, but in a completely different light and story?
Well, my daughter's grown up a lot. Sex Education.
Yeah, so we did that in 2019.
And in that you're a teen and you're starting out, and you know she got the advice she needed then from her mom. Now she's older, still same spirit though, which I think you do so well. Which is, I have a plan, let me go for it. It was really fun. I mean, when we met just before filming started, we like ran up and started hugging because, you know, I haven't played a lot of moms and I don't know how many daughters you've played, but I look at her and I think, could be. I feel like it could be.
But she's an interesting character, isn't she? Because she is very keen for Pia to settle down, even though she's got a traditional side to her, but also this kind of more rebellious side too.
Well, I think what it is that she's one of the Indian moms who lives here, raised her kids here. She decided to get a divorce, and I want to say that she decided, just in case anyone's wondering. She decided to get the divorce. It's not in the story, but I'm telling you. Anyway, and so, you know, as a parent, when you become part of the diaspora, you're always going to have some parts of you that are about how you were raised. But you also adapt because your children are raised outside of that culture. And I think Lakshmi's, that's my character's name, she has to do that a lot. And it's Pia, I think, who shows Lakshmi that there's parts of Lakshmi that are who Pia is.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Were you able to draw on, you know, people that you'd met in your own life for inspiration for the part?
Yeah. For the traditional parts, like every older Indian lady I've ever known in my entire life, starting with my own mother, they were always, my mom was a little bit more liberal. She wanted me to not be alone, which she was worried would happen because she would say, look at you, you know, who will marry you? Like she didn't have high expectations for me, but she didn't want me to be alone. She didn't mind who I married. And I think Lakshmi is like that. She doesn't necessarily want her daughters to have an Indian partner, just a partner, please. So that was more the traditional moms that I know. And then in terms of how Lakshmi ends up navigating through this film, I think it's just how I would hope to be when my kids are older. You have to see the world through their eyes, and you have to trust them, and also you need to show them support without telling them what to do. I find that very hard as a mother.
You have to step out of the way a little bit.
And I find that very hard as a mother. But I practiced it on her in the film, so let's see how we go.
It's good practice, exactly. Simone, you said this is like a dream role for you. Well, why do you think that is?
I grew up watching all the 90s rom-coms, like anything with Anne Hathaway, Cameron Diaz, Julia Roberts, Bridget Jones. This movie was really influenced by that Bend It Like Beckham, Bridget Jones kind of world. So, you know, growing up, I always wanted to see, you know, a girl like me in that, leading it, and it's her story. So when 42MP came to me with the script and said that I could produce it with them, I was just like, I'm in. And we had lots of fun doing it.
Is that kind of hard sometimes, like producing yourself almost?
Well, I guess I wasn't really, kind of. Well, I had lots of creative control, and I like control.
Fantastic. But yeah, I mean, all of those rom-coms that you mentioned, they are classics. Angela, have you got a classic favourite rom-com?
I think that probably the most recent one being the first of the Bridget Joneses, which was a classic, wasn't it?
Exactly. Mark, what about yourself?
Well, I did say backstage, and then I got told it wasn't a rom-com. I said Wedding Crashers, because he does...
OK.
Right, listen, see, look, the crew are laughing.
I know what you mean, I know where you're going.
Rachel McAdam, the player got tamed. However, because I got told off, I changed it to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Pushing against an open door with this one.
That's a favourite. What would you say, Simone?
Oh my gosh, how much time do we have? I love Bridget Jones, How to Lose a Guy. He's Just Not That Into You.
So basically all of them.
First date. So that's my best friend's wedding.
Failure to launch.
All of them.
Yeah.
Failure to launch.
Failure to launch.
Yeah, Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey.
Yeah, see now he knows them,
This is
yeah.
my watch list
But
sorted
these
for
guys
the
are
weekend.
like, these are all the rom-coms. Which is your favourite?
Yeah.
Wedding
Picture
Crashers.
this.
Yeah,
Wedding
picture this,
Crashers. Exactly.
picture this.
I have to say, all-time favourite rom-com is, everyone knows it, When Harry Met Sally. Come on, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Simone, while we have you here, we've got to ask about Bridgerton because there are so many big fans out there. We know you as Kate from the show, and lots of Bridgerton fans have been getting in touch, including Lucy, who wants to know what it was like taking that starring role in the series.
It was they were fab. Yeah, we step out every day, all the girls in our most insane costumes and the most beautiful wigs and makeup and everything. So
Do you wear them to the rap party?
Yeah.
Go down the pub in them? No?
We do that. Thank you so much. And Picture This is available to stream next Thursday on Prime Video.